180 classic cars found in an abandoned warehouse after 30 years of neglect are worth millions. A short while back, a photographer was on an leisurely stroll through the countryside of Portugal when he came across a huge storage barn that had no place being where it was. Looking out of the place it was, his curiosity got the best of him and he decided to walk up to the building for a peek inside. What he saw made his jaw hit the floor. It was an absolute dream come true, and he needed more details. He went up to the farmhouse near the building and asked if he could take a look inside. The owner told him the story and made him swear to keep the location a secret. He was allowed to photograph the contents. However, he could not tell a soul where he found this hidden treasure. After peeking in the windows, he found an entire building full of untouched classic collector cars covered in dust. The farm owner told the photographer that the cars once belonged to an old vintage car dealer who stored the rare and unique vehicles in this building. They have sat untouched for over 30 years simply collecting dust. The farm owner agreed that the photographer may take as many pictures as he wanted on one condition. He must keep the barn location a complete secret from anyone. He happily agreed and the doors to the storage barn were opened. I can only imagine harps playing and angels flying out as the doors opened because to me this is heaven. He found some of the most rare, sought after cars in the world and a whole building full of them. 180 classic and not so classic cars to be exact, each one unique and rare. It was probably a dumb question to ask, but the photographer wanted to know if any of the cars were for sale. The property owner simply replied, no. He was thrilled enough to walk around this car museum and snap some shots. The dealer closed its doors sometime in the late 70s or early 80s, and the cars have been sitting ever since. He even found some classic open wheeled race cars in the abandoned warehouse. If only these cars could talk, the stories they will tell. You always hear about that rare barn find about a grandma who knew nothing about the 57 Corvette in her husband's shop only to sell it for the pennies on the dollar. Well, this is the barn find of all finds. With over 180 classic cars under one roof, I can't imagine placing a value on this. The cars have been sitting for over 30 years, untouched only to be stumbled upon by a photographer. Collectors are doing everything they can to find the location of this barn and hopefully strike a deal. According to the property owner, the cars will stay as they are and none will be sold. A few cars are pretty beat up, but most cars are in perfect shape and just need a wash, some seals, and new fluids. Like this late 50s Porsche Speedster hardtop. Excuse me while I troll all over my keyboard. Being a car lover, this article just makes me insane with jealousy. I will pass out from excitement if I stumbled across this barn. These cars are completely hidden from the world. While they do carry a certain mystery and curiosity, simply building the suspense behind the story. I will much rather see them driving the roads than hiding in a building. That being said, I can respect someone who wants to preserve their legacy. This guy is a car hoarder and is hoarding one of the most beautiful collections in the world. It remains hidden somewhere in Portugal. While there is a lot of speculation as to the location of these cars and this abandoned warehouse, no one is certain.